What's the spirit of IndyCar? I don't mean as an organized legal entity or only the current governing body sanctioning the events in 2024. I mean, what through lines can we draw from the origin of this sport to the present day? I'd argue there's two aspects of that spirit at play for this event. One of them is oval racing, and at that, short oval racing. Sure, IndyCar gets its name from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is a 2.5-mile super speedway, but the calendar for the IndyCars has almost always featured the short ovals. Whether IndyCars ran in the AAA National Series, or USAC, or CART, or the IRL, with some small exception, there was guaranteed to be some short oval featured on the calendar. Paved, dirt, it didn't matter. Which brings me to the second aspect of that spirit. IndyCars will take the show any place, maybe even where it doesn't belong. In the past, it could have been on dirt, on sand, on pavement, on wood? Over bricks, over city streets, over well-maintained tarmac, over rumble strips, over train tracks? It's in that spirit today, reckless and wacky, fearless or foolish, that we find ourselves running this sprint race around the 1-mile oval of Hermanos Rodriguez, a prelude to the Grand Prix circuit, if you will. But if there was one motorsports series that would be capable of best pulling off this double feature, it is IndyCar. I won't lie, there's no way IndyCars would or should run in this current configuration. Turns 1 and 2 are blind. There's gaps in the walls just looking to split cars in two. There's little to no banking. Perhaps with a little investment, this could be brought up to some kind of oval code, but until then, all we have is the sim racing of it all. And it's right here on offer. So what are we waiting for?
Oh, golly. Anybody get dizzy yet? Pass. Oh! Figure out if I was the idiot or that's it. We win. That was a lot of fun. That one.
Hello there, welcome to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for a sprint race around the 1-mile oval. We'll be doing 50 laps, which, hey, if you're good at math, means 50 miles. This is a sprint race because I don't trust Assetto Corsa's AI on ovals any longer than that. Mid-pack qualifying efforts are becoming a thing for us here at fictional Vasser-Sullivan Racing in 2024, and we're starting 16th today. That's one position shy of the limited points offered for today's sprint effort. On the right side of your screen, you'll see the point standings coming into this sprint race. Veteran Scott Dixon is 6 points clear of Joseph Newgarden, some usual suspects towards the top there, and some usual suspects towards the top of qualifying as well. On your left is the starting grid, and it's Colton Herta who will be leading the field into turn 1. We've got a standing start prepared because that's all Assetto Corsa can do, so let's go on board with live Nifty in the car.
Here we go. Get ready.
Welcome aboard. We're starting 16th at the short oval built into Hermanos Rodriguez. Let's get to it. This is probably a bad idea. Assetto Corsa ovals. The game's not really built for it, and particularly the AI is not really built for it. But it's here. Let's do it anyway, right?
Left side. Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Contact the 18.
If anybody could, as we see, I think that's Willpower along the outside wall. If anybody could come to Mexico City here and put on a double feature using the oval and the road course, it would be IndyCar. That is the special thing about IndyCar, is the diversity in the schedule. If you're going to have it on offer at your circuit, why not do a double header? We'll see if we do one for Motegi as well. Ooh, getting a little loose as we come into turn 3 there. This is a 1-mile oval. We're using the road course setup on the RSS mod, but I've tried to make it as ovally as possible, at least to my knowledge. You see the tire pressures down there. I've got the wing set up differently, some of the like camber settings and all that stuff, but you know, my knowledge is limited, so we're doing our best. We're gonna avoid the push to pass button as well. We're gonna hope we can get 50 laps here as a sprint. should estimate to be about 25 minutes or so. So if the AI can keep its stuff together here for 25 minutes, which here's an argument in favor of oval racing, right? I mean, because if you're watching this and you're like, oh man, I just want to watch the road course, oval racing isn't real racing, it's so brainless. No, because look at this AI. It's built to be road racing AI. We've had some tremendous battles with it, but when you come to an oval in Assetto Corsa, the AI, as you see them kind of pack up a little bit at the tail end of the field between turn 1 and 2 there, the oval AI, the AI is not built for ovals. It's not tuned for it, so it doesn't race correctly, and you get a lot of like carnage like this. Don't want to take advantage too much positionally. Now we're all stacked up here. Somebody's right inside of me. If they actually hit me. It's Rossi. Anyways, put some respect on oval racing. That's what I'm saying. It's not just turning left. There's a lot of engineering that goes into it. There's a lot of different mindset as a driver that goes into it. But we will get to the road course. This is kind of like, I don't know if I said this or not. I've actually tried this a few times, this recording. So if I said this already, forgive me. But it's kind of the opposite of a roval, in that a roval, when you think of like Charlotte or you think of Daytona, you start with an oval and then you put a road course inside of it. This is more like you started with a road course and you figured out there was a place where you could put an oval in it. So it's very interesting. I think this and then the Rio Oval at Jacarapagua down in Rio that Kart used to run at, kind of the same idea. We started 16th, we're holding 20th. 15th is where we need to get to be in the points. I'll let Future Nifty explain the point system to you probably about now would be a good time.
Future Nifty here. The full race point system is in gray in the infographic on the left. It's a modified version of what Champ Car ran in its final years. IndyCar's current point system gives a point for every starting and finishing position. And I actually don't have a philosophical problem with that, though I know some folks do. But because I'm running so many different mods through the year, the amount of cars able to start each race can't be guaranteed, so a point system only rewarding the top 20 finishers is ideal. But today isn't a normal full-length race, it's a sprint race, and so those points you can see in the yellow column on the infographic to the left. I'm basically awarding half points or close to it. Instead of 33 points, the winner will receive 16 points, for instance. The last finisher to receive any points will be 15th place, and there's 1 point for pole rather than 2. I think that ought to do it for the explanation. Back to the racing action.
Kind of funny, this turn 1 and 2 used to be called Peraltada, sorry, on the old configuration of the track, when the actual road course took that turn as well before the stadium section. And I looked it up because you know, my Spanish is extremely limited, and Peraltada means banked. And it's funny because they basically took the banking out of it when they repaved the track. So it's flat tada now. I don't know what the Spanish word is for that, but if it had banking, it would probably be a lot more fun to go across at this point. But it's still here. You could still make an oval course, and in fact, I think NASCAR Mexico does run this on their schedule, I believe. As you can see by all the signage, right? Let's try an inside move on Rosenquist here, or at least threaten it. can see the car very light in the steering wheel through the turns. That's us trying to get as much speed carried through as possible on these long arcs. It's kind of like a Milwaukee or a New Hampshire with no banking. And the corners, I feel like they're wider arcs. Yeah, we haven't got rid of Jack Harvey, who's back there driving for Dale Coyne, as he did testing preseason in Sebring or Homestead or both in real life. I'm not sure, but since we're at the end of January and we still don't know who Dale Coyne's going to have driving his cars, we got a rotating thing going there. I had Daniel Frost in there to start the season, but since he got recalled to Singapore for military duty, I believe, can't be him, so he only ran at Homestead this year for us. We got a run here, and Will Power is just like over there against the wall, and as long as he stays right there, he's fine. All right, that's a spot up on Rosenquist. He's looking right back inside us, though. We're going to come up to the rookie Kiffin Simpson. Ooh. Touched wheels with him. I thought he would give us a little bit more room. All right, maybe kind of sketchy business there, but we got around him, right? Positives. We got to find our way up 2 more spots. We want to get into the points. We're closing on Rossi, who's battling a lapped DeFrancesco. Also driving a coin car, I believe. So, you know, we're kind of spread. We're making our best guesses on who's going to drive the coin cars right now. Yeah, but Rossi's kind of bottled up here. We've got a chance to make something happen. I'll tell you who in the points needed a good day today and isn't going to get it is Will Power. And if Future Nifty would like, we could talk about the point standings right here.
Stop telling me how to do my job, IndyCar Nifty. I'll put the points back up on the screen. We're holding on to 17th in the standings coming into today. Scott Dixon is ahead of Newgarden. Pole sitter Herta was 3rd in points. Power was already down in 19th, and we don't see things going any better for him with today's DNF. So far, 24 drivers have scored points, and 35 started the race today, so that's most of the grid. Rookies are listed in blue, former champions in gold on the list, and I'm in pink, it looks like. Look for your favorite driver over there, and that's all I can think to add, so back to IndyCar Nifty.
It is a shame Assetto Corsa doesn't have scripting for like full course yellows, because Will Power is in a very dangerous spot there. Although, I mean, you know, it's not really Will Power, and if this was real life, we would be able to go and pick him up. But like, let's say I lock my brakes going into 1, it's right head on at him right there. Like, kind of funny. We're taking out the gap to the cars ahead of us, which are the points. It's kind of interesting how the field has divided into people who will be getting points and people who won't be getting points with a very, like, concrete line. All right, Graham's going to hang tough on the outside. Ooh, we're touching the grass. Oh, we got him. He's trying to set us up for turn one. Ooh, I don't know if he touched us or not. It's awfully close. And just like that, we've got 1 point if we hold this spot. As we're about 2/3 of the way through this sprint race around the oval.
V15. Yellow flag.
Getting around the lapped traffic.
Still there.
Or not.
Right side. Still there. Clear to the right. On your right. Clear right.
I'm not sure if it's true or not, but turns 3 and 4 feel so much wider and forgiving compared to 1 and 2, which feel very narrow. Ooh, Kirkwood hitting the curb there and kind of shooting wide. Luckily, Grosjean wasn't side by side with him, or that probably would have been a catastrophe. Getting ourselves a run on Malukas, and we'll use the lap traffic to pin him back there.
Quick pass.
Whoop, there we go.
Right side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear. Clear to the right.
Grosjean not having a great day.
V14.
Oh, it's getting congested up there. I saw that and kind of backed off thinking there was going to be a crash. Nine to go with the line. Oh,
On your right. Still there. Clear to the right.
it's getting real hairy.
Right side.
Trying to make a pass into turn one.
Clear right. Yellow taps are increasing. Come on, get back on it.
Yeah, Jim, they're increasing because there's people in the way. Ooh. Almost ran into the back of Kirkwood there. We really need to figure out how to, like, pick our way through this.
All right. Still there. Keep it steady. Clear right. All right. Hold your line. Clear right. On your right.
All right, there we go. We found an opening and we took it.
V12.
We're up to 12th. Hometown Hero Pato Award right ahead of us.
Right side. Yellow flag. Clear to the right.
I say hometown, more like home country. I think Pato's from Monterey more than Mexico City, but I'm not really sure.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Either way, you know the crowd would be going nuts for Pato here, and we better not hit him.
Right side. Hold your
Ooh, are we going to clear him? I think we did. All right, we got around Pato.
Nice one, mate.
I think that's 2 to go. Maybe 3 to go. Sometimes this confuses me. We could be looking at a top 10 here in this sprint. Larson wiggled. We had to really cut under him. Pit wall was coming up quick, too. He's going to try to over-under us into the first turn there. I think they finally cleared out power, by the way. All right, white flag this time by. Enjoy the Mexico City Hermanos Rodriguez Oval.
Right side, clear right.
As we are looking inside of Lundgaard. It's right there. Side by side we go into turn 3 and 4.
Still there. Clear right. Right side,
Ah, nowhere to go on the exit, but that's okay.
far right.
We'll come across the line with a very nice P9. P8? I don't believe P8. That's strange. Okay. Either P9 or P8. I think P9. I think we passed Armstrong after the finish line. I don't know. I was wrong about this at Riverside, too. Just go ahead and ask Overdub Nifty. This time around, I did not pull off the at-the-line miracle pass, so indeed, we did come away with 9th place. Dixon gets the win and extends his points lead, but Herta and Newgarden also come away with top 5s, so the standings don't shift much. We moved up to 15th from 17th, so that's progress. When it comes to the AI settings and all of that, the aggression was as low as possible while still having some, 0.2% with a plus-minus of 0.2. The individual opponent attributes had an even tighter gap between worst and best than at Riverside, which, just to recap that, what I'm saying is the fastest individual attribute for an AI driver was 99, and the slowest individual attribute was a 91. That makes sure there aren't a bunch of lapped cars gumming up the works and creating chaos and carnage at the front of the field after a few laps, because the speed differential can get pretty silly on some mods. If you have any other modding questions, leave them in the comments below. I've been Nifty, you've been niftier, and next up, we go the other way here at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for a full points race at the road course.